千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together.
So my friend worked as a roadie. What I mean by roadie is the stagehand, the people who travel with performance groups. In this case, some of the biggest rock and roll bands at the time. He traveled with these bands around the country on their tours, and he, the roadie, was responsible for the stage setup. So he was more like a roadie of management, but also he was hands-on. So he said, well, the responsibilities are many for stage setup. It includes the electricals. You got to make sure you have power. Got to make sure the lighting is right. The musical instruments, the stage props, the stage effects, the soundboard, all the sound equipment, amplifiers, and especially the microphones. Many of the microphones used for the shows were professional grade wireless microphones. This is because the performer, the vocalist, needed to walk around the stage freely to interact with the audience. So these were all professional grade wireless microphones. Now, the roadie said, when it comes to the audience, the size of the crowds depended on the venue. At minimum, there will be tens of thousands of screaming fans. That's a minimum. Oftentimes, we will get hundreds of thousands. So there's no question about the fact that the performance has to go as perfectly as possible. We had to make sure, to the extent that it's humanly possible, that nothing could go wrong. So before the show, before each show, I had a ritual. I would break open a brand new pack of batteries, and I would put brand new batteries in every one of the wireless microphones and then turn them on to test. After the show, we could take the barely used batteries out of these microphones for other less important uses. So they did not go to waste. They weren't thrown away. But the bottom line is, right before the show, every single show, the batteries in the microphones were always guaranteed to be brand new. Now, this may seem like a little thing, but it can potentially have a huge impact because of the size of the crowds that we were expected to perform to. A rock and roll tour is, you can probably guess, it's by nature extremely hectic. So there's always 1,000 things to fix or worry about. When you travel from one city to another, a lot of things to pack, to unpack, it's extremely hectic, it's extremely chaotic. So when we get to a new city, a new place, no one can be really sure how long the batteries have been in use. So for our most crucial equipment, and the wireless microphones were certainly crucial, we could not take chances. We left nothing to chance. So having related this conversation to the Tao master, I said to him, I didn't realize it at the time, but the Tao concept is definitely present in that conversation as well. What my roadie friend figured out on his own was the importance of taking his job seriously and minding all the little details. So when we talk about thoughtfulness, when we talk about care, due care, due diligence, we're talking about projects big and small. We're talking about details that may be at the national level or for tens of thousands of people or just for yourself. So that's the story of the microphones. And as usual, if you have feedback, input, ideas, I definitely welcome you to type in your thoughts in the questions section. But now it's time to get back to the lords of 10,000 chariots. So as a clarification, it would be better, I think, to call it the Lord singular of 10,000 chariots, because the context of the original is about one single person handling many things.
Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.